go listen to this. Yeah.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Anybody see them girls? Girls on them snowboards tonight crash? Holy cow.
Oh, no,
Oh,
I missed that.
there were about 4 of them.
Really?
He's all laughing. Everything going.
Okay, let's see. Okay, I guess we need the minutes from January.
I make a motion to approve the minute.
Seconded.
All approved, or all in favor? Bills to be paid for February.
I made the motion, we approve the bills for February.
I second it.
All in favor? Okay, what'd you say we need to do now?
Well, so that ordinance that I just handed on to you is just a draft. So tonight was just to give you the draft, and then you can take it home and think about it or whatever. Obviously, we can make whatever changes you want, especially on the penalty. So you can set the penalty on an infraction anywhere you want to as a maximum of 300. In this draft, I put 300, just, you know, as an attention getter. But you may want to do 100, 150, 200, that's up to you guys. So anyway, take it. If you have any questions or whatever, email me or call me, but that's just a draft. And so next month, we'll put it on just put it on the agenda as ordinance prohibiting jake breaks.
Okay,
Action item.
okay.
And then we'll actually just vote on it next month, and then we can fine tune it if you need.
So to be able to enforce it,
So,
does somebody have to,
yeah, so what would happen is, once you pass it, then it gets published. That's what gives everybody notice that it's out there. Then we would have to get that along with, remember when we gave the county sheriff the other city ordinances that you had? And then we would take exact signs that he got you, and you get those up. And then, if there's a problem, then we'd have to get a hold of the county and maybe have them patrol that once in a while, sit there and listen for it. But it's gonna be mostly educational. And Tressa might be able to put something in a building that would get at least your citizens of the city knowing about it. That's not gonna tell county people necessarily, but the signs hopefully would help. A ticket or two.
So do we need to notify, like, the businesses that use that road?
If you know Christensen's, for example, hey, let your drivers know. They say most of the time it's education, 95% of it. So the best you can notify, the better. I thought the $300 infraction would probably be better, because if we can put that on the bottom of the sign, the $300 fine, people aren't gonna really risk that. $50 fine, who cares?
Yeah, I agree with you.
So that's why I put it at 300. That's a choice for you guys to make. So otherwise, you don't need to do anything on it tonight, just to get it out so we can.
Okay.
Point on that, you might consider making a tier system on it. First infraction, 100, second infraction, 200, third infraction, 300, but just have the 300 maximum on the sign.
And you can do tiered, and you can even set it tiered per, 2 violations in a year kind of thing. The only problem with tiered is then the deputy has to have dispatch kind of look back through their history and find it, and that may be more.
That's a whole bunch of extra paperwork.
I think we just do the 350 about it.
But tiered's an option, absolutely is.
And you may wind up getting some citizens out there with their cell phones recording trucks. And you may need to talk to the county to see how they want to take cell phone evidence.
So, yeah, they deal out the same way any other ticket. If the citizen wants to sign the complaint, the county will do that, you know, if they.
That's always been an option. If you have a complaint and you want to make a complaint, you can get the cop to come over and issue the ticket. It's always been that way.
So, yeah, then the person signs the citation instead of the officer, and then the officer just serves it.
Then that person has to go to court too if they're signing the ticket and everything. If it comes to a court case, so.
Do you guys get bothered by them much?
Kind of zone it out. Like I remember,
train.
same thing with the train. Like I remember when my kids were little, I noticed it a lot more because it would wake them up, or it would rattle things out like mirrors on my wall, but I'm not as home as much, or, you know, I don't have little kids that it wakes up.
Yeah.
But, I mean, some days I'll hear it, you know, I'm like, oh, but I don't.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not like I'm like, well, we can't write that one down, you know, we got another one.
Get out there with my thoughts.
Yeah, I'm gonna get out there, I'm gonna, record them, but I don't notice it as much, you know.
Yeah. So, did you say that one of them signs that, what's his name made was okay?
Well,
They're right behind the chair.
They're over there.
they're still here somewhere. The one of them is like the other ones that we have, but it doesn't have no monetary fine situation on them, so we'd have to make new ones if we wanted to add that to it.
Yeah.
Is there a room on the bottom to add it, or would you have to?
I don't think so.
That was a little tight with it. That one you might be able to get it on the bottom, the yellow one. This one might be a little tight. But even those are gonna, you know, I see, it's always, and excuse my language, but you always have that 5% jackass value. 95% of people will comply, it's that 5% jackass value is the word.
I like that yellow one, boy, that really stands out, don't it?
I think that yellow on the top of the hill there would probably be the best, because that's where everybody's gonna be using this.
Couldn't we just do a little sign underneath it?
That's what I was thinking, just a little,
It'd be really easy just to put a small one
Yeah,
down.
that seems like the better, I mean,
considering.
even though we have these made, we might as well use them.
Well, we've already got two here on either end of town like that says jailbreaks prohibited within city limits, and then we could put subsequent to fine.
That's what I was thinking, is just having a little one made with the price.
I think for no more money than it costs, I think we get 2 more of them made.
I'll be honest, I looked for the sign and didn't see it myself, and I had Matt looking with me, and we didn't see the sign. So I don't know where it is.
Right on the top of the
Speed.
Yeah, I didn't see
speed
it.
limit signs.
And to me, the yellow one's much more visible.
Yeah.
It doesn't say so much. You can't read that going down the road at 45 miles.
Yeah.
I mean, like, it's illegal to what?
That's a really good point, yeah, I like the yellow one better.
Yeah, I do too.
They don't cost that much to be made, so.
Yeah,
I think the yellow one's much more.
150 bucks or something like that. I
Do
think.
they,
These?
like glow in the,
Nah.
when lights shine on it,
Can't
does
remember.
it?
I never paid for them, I ordered them, they sent the bill to get.
But that's a good point.
Because I put a yellow on top of the hill and a
They are
yellow on the east
very
end of town.
effective.
This one can go in town somewhere, when
Yeah.
people are only doing 20, 25 miles an hour or something. But,
Got it.
Huh?
Got 2 cameras, I got it.
Oh, do you? Okay.
Okay, well, we got time to decide that, so.
and that does bring up, just, as you're thinking about it, I did do entire city limits, is the way I defined it in there. You could restrict that down smaller if you wanted to, but if you're gonna do it, you might as well just have a city limits, I would think. That's another thing you can, get some thought to.
while we're talking about signs and city limits, we did get verification from Boise that our city limits does take in that first bridge. So, Laura Bond's having such a fit on that sign over there, I think we'll move that sign on the other side of that canal. I think there's room right there.
It would be right by that power pole. It wouldn't infringe upon the canal right of way, and it wouldn't infringe upon the other property. There's a small.
And we won't have to listen to her bitch and moan again all from her.
Keep her from burning it down.
Yeah, burning it down too, yeah.
Well, she said she was gonna get it
It's-
redone and
It's pretty hammered, that sign is pretty,
She's not gonna-
pretty beat up, but
Well,
it's still there, but it's pretty beat up.
Yeah.
The fire.
do we have to put one back exactly like that one is?
no,
We'll probably get Scott's blessing from Sharon. Tough break, I guess.
I have no idea where she'd ever have them made, so.
Yeah.
I thought Laura said she contacted the people who had made it and they were going to redo it.
That's what she said, but who knows whether that was.
She told me that one down there was just as bad, and I went down there and it's got nothing wrong with it, so.
Yeah, yeah. Anybody else got anything?
Today I had one of my battery power units over there for my tank control go bad, and so Botkin Electric's gonna come in there. But while I was at it, the big pump is running vibration, and so I'm gonna have them shut it down, take it out, and re-put new bearings in it and reinstall it probably next week. While we're at it, I was thinking about, that's a 30 horsepower, that's a 40 horsepower, and the one on the end's a 10 horsepower. For a couple of $1,000s, or right there about, maybe 3,000, I can get him to order us a brand new VFD and install it on the 10 horsepower. So during the winter time, instead of running the 30 horsepower, we could rerun the 10 horsepower, which would cut our electric bill over there about in half. Wouldn't save a whole lot, but it would take probably a couple of years to pay it off. But I would like to be able to order a new VFD to put onto that pump, variable frequency drive.
I don't even know what that is.
It allows the pump to run at variable frequencies or variable speeds so that the water it runs lower, it takes a big motor and lets it run down to a lower area, so it's putting the same exact pressure in at all time. And if more demand comes up, it speeds it up and picks it up and puts more water into the system. That's what. This pump's got a VFD, and then the main 30 horsepower's got a VFD, but the 40 and the 10 doesn't have one. They just got ons, and they come on. The 10 horsepower runs about 200 gallons a minute at full speed. The 40 horsepower about 500 gallons at full speed. The 30 horsepower is 385 gallons at top end, and it runs down to, right now we're averaging between 10, 12, 15 gallons a minute and up to 100. During the winter, all winter long, and so each winter we could have this down so that for 4 months of the winter, that VFD could run the 10 horsepower and cut the electric bill down in that building.
So you said 2,000, and then you said 3,000.
Yeah, I'm not sure whether it's 2 or 3. He doesn't know, and so I had him talking. He's going to look at it and everything else and find out what it is, because I said, how much does one cost? And he says, a couple thousand, maybe a little more. So.
Where does he get it from?
Good question. Yaskawa, like the one that we got over there, that's the one that he's been handling, and they seem to be really good ones. We always had an ABB, and we had one for this building over here on this pump years ago, and I was asking him about just hooking it in. He said, that thing was made in the 50s.
Come over on Mayflower, right?
So he says we could hook it up, but he says, I don't know, you'd have to get a new manual to figure out how to run this sucker.
Well, I'll leave it up to the council, what they think. Okay, think.
That's why I was bringing it before the council. That's a pretty good little sum of money. Fixing the motor on the one pump, we're gonna have to do it, and it's gonna be, I'm not sure, but it'd be under 1,000 by the time, maybe 800, 900. By the time we get that pump pulled out and fix it, that's gotta be fixed. Because I've got a vibration starting up. If that motor goes out, then we're looking at $2,800 for a new motor. So just taking it out and replacing the bearings, we have to do that one. That's a given, okay? I scheduled it and everything else because it's a given, we have to do it. Now, the VFD is a different one, and the VFD, the 10 horsepower over there, we burned it up when the lightning struck, and we put a new pump in it, it's hardly even run. So it's basically a brand new motor to run that VFD on, variable frequency drive.
Hopefully the shaft's all right on that big pump.
They don't go bad like that. As long as the bearing don't blow up, or if it starts going out, if the armature reaches out and laps itself, then you're in trouble. And that's why I'm having it done now before we have any problems with it.
And they can do it pretty quick then?
Yeah, you'll shut it down, our other pump will run for a week, week and a half while they're getting it done, bringing it back and putting it back in. We'll be okay, we'll only have one running.
Oh, they have to pull it and then take it to town?
They can take it to a place in Idaho Falls and they'll rebuild it and then bring it back. But probably Rossiter's is one of the better ones to do that kind of work.
Well,
See, that one has to be done.
what do you guys think?
So, but it's the VFD is what I was talking about, because I brought the subject up years ago with Larry Russell, and we decided not to do it at that period of time, and so now I'm just saying,
Well, do they have to put that, what is it called, DFD?
variable frequency drive.
Do they have to put that in when they after they pull the pump and put it back in, or?
No, that pump has already had one, that 30 horsepower already has one, and it runs that one, we've got one over there that runs it all the time. The 50 horse over here has one that runs it all the time. It's just, there's two other pumps inside that pumping building, a 10 horse and a 40 horse. The 40 horse is more set up, it's 500 horse. If we need on-demand fire emergency, kick that sucker on and it'll dump as much as the other two motors or pumps will at the same time. So, and that way, if we bring them all on, our town has a capability of 1,700 gallons a minute.
So,
You can drown a house in a few minutes.
do they have to pull the pump to put
No,
that?
just undo the housing, undo the shaft locks, and then pull the pump off. And the pump stays in place, the motor goes away and then it gets replaced. It's,
Well, I think he's talking about for the VFD. What's the procedure for installing the VFD?
for them doing it, there's a control panel on the wall, he took some measurements, there's an off and on control panel on the wall, and then I can run it from in here, but there's an off and on control panel, and it'd be taking that panel out and then replacing it with VFD.
So it's just an electrical work replacement.
So it's just electrical work then?
Yep. We'd have a little bit of money in him doing the work too, you know. It's 3-phase power and it's kind of up here somewhere above my head.
Well, it's up to the council, whatever you guys think. Sounds like it'd be worth it to,
Yeah, I think that definitely,
In the long run, it'll pay for itself.
yeah, we're gonna have to do it at some point. Can you get a quote when he comes back and let us know?
Yep, I can.
That way we can have a firm number.
I was gonna say, do we have that in our budget right now to do that?
He said he'd be about a week getting everything set up and how much it could cost and how much it could cost put in, so I can have it for the next city council meeting.
Perfect, then we can see if we have it in the budget.
The other pump, I'm gonna have it done no matter what, replacing the bearings and stuff,
It's a
that
must.
has to be done.
they'll bill us for that?
Huh?
Will they bill us for that?
They will.
Okay.
Yeah, he's done work for us quite a few times. He's really one of the best 3-phase power guys that I know of, so.
Is it in the budget what them guys charge us to, you know, take the samples and, does that show what they are?
Mountain West Water,
Oh, is that it?
yeah,
175 and,
it's 175 and 150. So it's less than what we were paying Robbie.
okay. All right, well, I'll take care of that then. Husk called me tonight. He said he had planned on coming down, but he said he had another meeting to go to and he couldn't get out of it, so. But what he said was that, he brought up I don't know what you call it. He submitted our name into DEQ about getting some money for,
For a grant or something?
yeah. Yeah. He said they was all for it. Of course, you know, when push comes to shove, what will it be? But right now, he said they was pretty much on the line. And when he gets that other lagoon tested, and hopefully it passes, then, he'll sit down with us and tell us which avenue he thinks we should go. That's the most cost effective and it'll help based on. So,
What grant petition?
Application.
what are you gonna do about Saxton?
He's not paid yet?
$804.
Okay. I'll go hold up my hand and tell him I gotta have money. He's had another guy living with him, and so,
He what?
he's had another guy living there with him temporarily, so he should be, you know, Trina Levitt's husband, no.
Yeah. The Levitts are fighting.
Well, Trina's in the hospital right now in emergency.
Who?
Trina's in the hospital right now in emergency. She just had a heart attack or something. So. we
She
may have
got
to-
COVID too, right?
She just had COVID and now she's come out of that and she's had a mass on her lungs and they was thinking about doing some stuff and she's right now, went out and they got her into emergency right now. So. I was supposed to go give her a blessing, but they won't let me in the hospital in emergency.
And Rube back up to $450.
Reardon is?
Yeah.
I haven't bumped Reardon. Reardon usually has money in his pocket. And so when I bump him, he usually just hands it to me.
Well, you better go bump him then.
Okay.
Levitts are up to $453.
So that paid it down a little bit then, over what they did. Huh?
What's that?
They must have paid it down a little bit, because I thought they was at about 500 a couple months back.
I think their last payment was like 150.
Okay.
Well, when you bounce Saxton, maybe you can bounce.
Mike's been given a eviction notice for 1 year from her property.
He has?
They've got a court order.
You might as well go shut the water off then. If she's in the hospital with a heart attack.
Well, give me a day or two to find out if she's gonna get out of the hospital. Her daughter's there right now, with their little kid. I'm sorry.
As the world turns, so are the days of our lives.
You watch that show?
Sands through the hourglass.
With the brave and the bold and the young and the foolish.
Kendall trances up to 407 without pay.
Who?
Kendall. He always blames, oh, my wife didn't stop down there.
Yeah.
Lundquist is up Geez, what do you know, well, what's her name's on there?
So you got some written down, you want me to go in?
Kelly, no, not Kelly. Tim Tucker.
Oh,
Dre's not on the list yet. Give it another month though.
She's not back on it yet.
Not yet. So, yeah, here's that list.
Okay.
So. And kid's gotta come up with,
Okay.
kid's gotta come up, 50 or $100 ain't gonna do it for kids.
Right.
You know, and I don't know what to say about that deal.
Okay.
Well, we've got other guys living there, he could pitch in.
Yeah, well, Levitt's living there too. How come
I warned him a while back, his wife got in a big accident, so she quit, she wasn't working, but he was supposed to have a new job that's paying him pretty good, so I'm not sure exactly what's going on, but then he might moved in and there's been all kinds of things going on.
is he still on dialysis?
He actually hasn't been lately. It's backed off and his system's working normal for right now. But with Mike living there and trying to drink around him all the time, I may not be all right. I don't know.
I bet them guys have a real party there together.
You'd think it wouldn't, if his life was on the line, you'd think he'd,
Yeah,
I don't know. I don't have an answer, so.
I don't either. Well, see what you can find out, guy.
Okay.
I don't know what the
I
answer
will
is.
definitely give him and Jason over here. Cotter hasn't been making his payments?
I haven't received one this month or last
You
month.
go on last month? Well, he
Maybe the
swore,
very beginning of last month.
he swore up and down he wouldn't get behind
And
again.
Ramos is that far back again? Did they just have somebody else pay him completely off? And
They had that one check that I got,
It didn't pay him off, did it?
not completely.
Yeah, it didn't pay him
that
off.
money on it, okay.
Yeah,
Well, I'll go bump everybody.
I don't know how they're getting assistance out of Blackfoot with,
Well, that social services is what that is. Not through Blackfoot. I don't know, some humane society, I don't know. I don't know.
okay, well, that's all I have. If nobody else has anything, I guess we're out of here.
I make a motion, adjourn.
Second it.